Good morning, everyone. My name is Will Magner Fitness, and I am building a house in the woods. So I have a lot to do this summer and this week and today. So this is my property right here. It's a bunch of trees and bushes, and there's a collapsed homestead right there, which is pretty cool. So here's the old homestead that I have right on the edge of my property. So family used to live here like 200, maybe 250 years ago or something. I don't know. Maybe not that old, but there's the old plaster walls, so you can tell it's like not super ancient. But there's like, maybe this was a loft or an attic or something. There's the stairwell right there. But this is their old yard. They have like an old chicken coop or something, or a barn, a tool shed that's collapsed over there. They planted a lot of apple trees. So this used to be a farm. Which is pretty cool, but there's a stream that runs right across here, and then all that stuff back there is my land. So let me step over here so you can kind of see all these trees over here. Those are all on my property. I've got 31 acres back there, and it is beautiful out here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Right now, I need to make a driveway. And so this is what I've got so far. I've got 0.1 miles to go that way, and then maybe about 0.1 miles to go that way to where I want to put my house. And so right now I'm just making, to start with, this is a walking path, just so we can walk back here. There's like 3 feet of snow right now still. It's April 20th. It's 4:20 right now. It's weed day. And once the snow melts, I'll clean it up even better. It'll become a driveway, and we'll get a skid steer out here, and we'll make a driveway, pour a bunch of gravel all over the place or something. Once I get this cleaned up and the snow melts, I'm just gonna bring a pop-up camper, and I'm gonna drive it over there and park it back there on my property. My neighbors very generously just gave me a small pop-up camper, which is awesome. I'm super excited about that. But that's what I'm working on today. So it's raining and snowing right now, and 6 p.m., starting to get dark. I'm gonna call it a day. Good morning. It's day 2 of building my house, and I stopped by the county courthouse and met with the building department guy. He was super friendly and super cool, and he told me a lot of information about building houses, best practices, what he used to do when he was a cement contractor for foundations. So I learned a lot of good stuff from him. But they gave me a stack of papers that is pretty huge, so I'm gonna need to learn how to read so I can figure all this stuff out, because I don't know what any of it means. I have to fill out an application for a new address, so I'm gonna go mark off where my driveway is gonna be, and then I'll come back maybe, within a day or two and fill out the application for a new address. I'm still waiting for the wetland stuff, like I said, still waiting for the sewer because the snow is still there. After that, I can do my building permit, then I can do my electrical permit, then I can do my HVAC and plumbing permit, then the MDOT guys, they showed up today and they told me that I needed an 18-inch culvert. So I'm pretty much like, all the permits are in motion or kind of in motion. And all I have to do is I have to just start chainsawing some more brush out of the way for my driveway. So what happened while I was in the courthouse is the MDOT, the Department of Transportation guys, showed up, which is the state, and they're in charge of telling me whether or not I need a culvert between the highway and my property where my gravel driveway is going to enter. And so I could sense that they can't tell what is really needed there because there's 3.5, like 4 feet of snow right there. So there's no way they can actually know what needs to happen there. But I could tell that they just didn't want to show back up and make another trip. So they pretty much told me I need an 18-inch culvert, and they're going to send me over like a drawing for how it needs to be done specifically based off of the grade and what's going on. So they're basically making some shit up just so they don't have to show up, which is awesome. I'm all for it as long as it's done correctly and it's not going to wash out my driveway and I have a good culverts in there. But I need an 18-inch culvert, and all that's left to do is I need to learn how to read, and I need to bust out my chainsaw, start mowing down some trees for my driveway. So I got some new mucks from Tractor Supply Co. They are completely waterproof. Well, apparently they say 100% waterproof. We'll find out though. Spent $100 on those. Spent $100 on random stuff at Home Depot yesterday. Let's go chainsaw some wood. So this is the plan. I'm gonna take this rope right here. I think I got 215 feet. And I stuck a piece of wood in the snow right there. And I'm gonna run a straight line as far that way as I can go. And that way I kind of have like a clear path that doesn't meander too much through the woods. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chainsaw all the trees out of the way. Well, this is my driveway. You can see it over there. I just mowed down a bunch of stuff right out to that clearing. And then there's actually power wires that run there. And then my property's on that side of the power wires. And so I'm clearing out that way, maybe about 70 feet that way. This way has got another maybe 250 feet or 300 feet to the highway. And so I just mowed down tons of stuff over the last 2 days, probably 4 hours today and 3 hours yesterday. Just chainsawing. My chainsaw's cutting out now. I need to go figure something out. I already tuned it up and I put some carburetor cleaner stuff that I found at the store in there. It helped for a while, but I think the spark arrestor needs to be switched out. And so actually I figured out that a lot of people are pretty cultish with their chainsaws. Apparently people they really care about their brand of chainsaw. And I got an Echo before I knew all that, and I think it's a piece of but I'm not sure. It's been running okay, but it keeps dying all the time. I have to like figure out what the heck's wrong with it, and I've only had it for like a year now, so hopefully I didn't like bog up my carburetor over the winter or something with the gas in there, but who knows. So check it out. These are the trees on my yard. I think there's a bunch of apple trees right here because there used to be a homestead, and there's like a house over here that's collapsed. It's like 200 years old or something, and it's completely collapsed. Look at all these beautiful birch trees, and there's like a wagon in there, some like old crazy farm stuff. Look at this nice water flowing right here. I bought 100% waterproof boots today. I can walk right in it. I don't even care. So let's take a walk through the woods, see what we can see. So we have some beautiful, oh, I'm sinking in the snow. Some beautiful birch trees, or whatever they are. I love these though. We'll get some chaga maybe later on. There's the old homestead. I love these birch trees. Look at these giant birch trees and this giant pine tree out in the middle of the forest. There's a bunch more birch trees over here. You can't see them as good because it's shadowy, but it is just in the wilderness. It is so beautiful.